The most frequently asked question among us mostly boils down to what should I eat and how should I exercise. So instead of looking at it just with these two dimensions, let's start putting this in a framework where we see that how this can help improve our longevity and performance. So we can put this all into 5 different buckets. The first bucket that I'm going to talk, because this is looking at it in a different framework of mind, how to strategize and improve and increase the efficiency and performance in our daily lives for longevity. So the first one is nutritional. I would put biochemistry. I do not want to say diet. And I'm not going to say nutrition because these are just molecules. And the molecules are basically the food that we are eating is just molecules. And the molecules are actually when are we eating these molecules, how much are we eating, when we are not eating, and what are we eating. That's the most important thing. So that is nutritional biochemistry mostly. The second part that influences is the exercise. So how should I exercise? Exercise, we can, it's basically subdivided into 3 different things. 4 actually is the stability, strength, aerobic, that means using oxygen to improve efficiency, the cardiovascular efficiency, aerobic, performance, and efficiency. And the 4th one is anaerobic, that means that it does not need oxygen and it only improves the performance without efficiency. That means imagine yourself pushing a heavy weight or pulling a heavy weight or rapid, quick movements. That is anaerobic without the need of oxygen, mostly for strength training and rapid movements, sudden jerky movements kind of stuff. Next is sleep. And when it comes to sleep, we are talking about duration, depth of sleep, continuity of sleep, and also regularity of sleep. The 4th dimension that we can strategize and maneuver every day is distress management. If there is one thing that all of us do is distress management, because the most important aspect of this is the body makes a hormone which is called as cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And how do we cope up with it? Because the cortisol is inflammatory. And chronic cortisol secretion is the most lethal to the body because it affects everything in our body. We're going to talk more about it, how it makes more fat, burns, actually decreases the muscle, how you can't sleep. So how do we cope up with chronic cortisol management? By decreasing it, because that's the most lethal effects on the body for everything, affecting everything else is what we talk about. And then mostly a lot of people actually say that meditation is very good. That's very important. That's one of the most important things. But there are various other ways where you can do distress management in your own style and adapt properly to decrease the cortisol and inflammatory aspects of its bad effects. The 5th one is the exogenous molecules, which means what we formulate from outside and put in our body. What are those? Obviously, everybody knows that we do. We take drugs. That's molecules that modify. The second one is supplements. And the last one is hormones. These are all exogenous molecules that we can use and strategize to modulate whatever we are doing. All these are interdependent, nothing works in isolation. So what we are eating, how much we are eating, what are the molecules that we are putting in our body, how do we manage distress, how do we sleep, when you sleep, and how much do you sleep, and how much do you exercise, when do we exercise. All these 5 core important things will influence our longevity if you do it daily and consistently. Thank you very much.